Eric Holder, ABDs about some Republicans at home are already beating the drums of war. Today, the Pentagon refuted that claim. And he said the American people do not want him to, quote, dwindling, they do not want him dwindling his thumbs. You can get a gig as a contortionist. Intravenous fluids and pills coated with gelatin. We don't leave our women or men in uniform behind. It's a monument to the hubris of Dick Cheney. Representative Raul Labrador. Years of abuse. I personally apologize to Mr. Peebles. Just ask to soon-to-be former Congressman. Democrats are outright jitty. CIA's counterterrorism center. Veteran Affairs Secretary Shinseki. Why do I always mess up his name? Shinseki. I love my critics. I have fun with that.
Politics Nation with the Reverend Al Sharpton starts right now. Good evening, Rev.
Good evening, Dr. Dyson.
But wait, there's more.
And we will much about that be committed. So there's no real conflict. Michael Druniak, including Lincoln himself, Daniel Day-Lewis. Behind Monica Lewinsky, the one and only Trey Songz is here. But Allison Lundergan Grimes, Gina De Jesus. When Gina De Jesus, Tea Party challenger Matt Bivens. People don't want to have their Social Security overall. The Republican savior, Mark Rubio's big night. In evolution and Galileo, I mean, this whole thing of Galileo, America's changed. Unless IT and Skillets, President Putin doing something similar back in, it won't change this fundamental fact about the GOP. Just how absurd these attacks is. Nearly 6 months after the dangerous traffic jam, the Thai military says, my friend for many years, Ilyana Van Zandt. There's nothing there.
And all we can get is an internet show? Let's get back to it.
Gina and Amanda, back behind enemy lines, and on the line with us right now to give us a second perspective from the Stop Iran rally, our good friend, Politichick, Behind Enemy Lines contributor, Miss Mona Salama. Mona, thanks for coming on with us on such a late night. Are you on the bus back home?
Yes.
You sound thrilled to be on it, too. Oh, boy.
Very.
So listen, you were in the chat room with us earlier, and Amanda mentioned something that we got something wrong when talking about this rally and the reasons for it. I said that earlier tonight. You had mentioned that
I heard that,
we were
but
saying
I'm saying,
something
what was
wrong
it
about the
again?
rally.
Because I can't tell. Can you hear me?
We can hear you just fine. I just want to know what you thought we got wrong. Did we get wrong about the political optics of the whole situation, or what did we get wrong here?
I'm asking the question is because I can't check my internet while I'm talking to you guys. Is what was the thing that I said you guys are wrong? Again, remind me so I can reiterate.
Clearly the megabus is not doing well with Mona. Okay, so what you said we got wrong was that this was just a political rally for Ted Cruz and Donald Trump and nothing more.
Right. You guys are wrong because the rally was created by Tea Party Patriots. They created this rally. They invited Ted Cruz. 2 weeks ago, they invited Donald Trump when Donald Trump said that Ted Cruz was his friend. So instead of Ted Cruz fighting with Donald Trump like everybody else has and has been going down the polls, he invited him as a strategy. That's how it is. Instead of fighting for the same base of support, because they both have the same base of supporters, they are doing a different strategy and they're sharing the stage together. And Ted Cruz said during the rally, the reason why I invited Donald Trump is because when anywhere Donald Trump goes, there's a team of supporters, and there's a flock of media. So knowing that Donald Trump was going to be there, every mainstream media in the planet will be there just to report this event. So it became a big event just because Donald Trump made an appearance.
Okay, but you would agree, though, that this rally is going to have some political implications for the election. I mean, the fact that Ted Cruz and Donald Trump were front and center does give them the news cycle for today, right?
Well, yeah, it gave them the news cycle, but that doesn't mean that, like, this was just a campaign thing because the Tea Party Patriots invited all the other candidates. This wasn't like an individual rally like what Mike Huckabee had yesterday. And then when he's like, yeah, Ted Cruz can come, but he can't share the spotlight with me. And when Ted Cruz tried to, like, go next to him, his staff had to push him away. So, like, you know, it's not like him hogging the stage. Like, all the candidates were invited, and I just think the only one that took the invitation was Gilmore. The others didn't want to go near Donald Trump, or they didn't think it was, like, a rally that this was going to be, like, something that they're going to get attention from.
Mona, let me ask you something. I didn't know that the rally was organized by the Tea Party Patriots, so while you were talking, I just did a quick Google just to see how the media outlets covered the rally, and in just going through CNN, The Guardian, which is a British paper, and a couple of other places, I didn't really see any mention of the Tea Party Patriots. So I'm wondering, do you think that the other candidates didn't attend because of they didn't want a connection to the Tea Party Patriots? They didn't want to be connected to Donald Trump, or was it maybe a bit of both?
I think, like I said earlier, like, there's no way if you're going to attend a rally and Donald Trump is there, you're ever going to get the spotlight. Like, you know, Brooke just said that she totally, like, didn't even hear that Jim Gilmore was spoke. Like, she totally forgot. And to be honest with you, because we're, you know, in a scorching heat of, like, 90-something, we're sweating bullets, capturing, you know, Sarah Palin, capturing Cruz, and capturing Donald Trump, that none of us really paid attention to Gilmore, even though, like, he's, like, 0%. You know, so a lot of candidates felt like, you know, what's the point of us attending a rally that is only going to be about Trump and Cruz?
And you know what? Let's give credit where credit's due to Mona and to Brooke and to everybody else that was covering this event. I know that I couldn't do it in that scorching heat.
Yeah, you would have died.
On the West Lawn. Oh, I would have been... Let's put it this way. My shirt would have been soaking through. You would not want to have been standing next to, you know, me after standing in the sun for a couple of hours like that. My goodness. It would have been crazy.
Well,
Mona, can you tell us...
I don't mind the heat.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I don't mind the heat, but, like, all these reporters were, like, crazy sweating bullets. Like, I don't know how many layers of clothes they wore, but they were, like, sweating bullets.
Well, we got a comment in the chat room that says that Louis Gohmert's shirt was about 10 pounds heavier when he got off the stage than when he got on it because he was sweating so much. Can you give us some other names of people who spoke at the rally?
Louis Gohmert was there. I saw Nigel Innes. I saw Tea Party Express. Who else did I see? Michelle Bachmann. She spoke. Who else can I remember off the top of my head? It's been a long day.
I heard Sarah Palin was there, right?
Yes, Sarah Palin, yes. Sarah Palin was there. And who else was there? It was like about 50 guests were there.
Mona,
our new friend from the ACU was there. Matt Schnepp was there, so he also spoke. And he had like a big check of like $50 billion. It was funny.
Mona, speaking of Sarah Palin, she's another one that I didn't really see a lot of coverage on. I mean, this is on the CNN Politics coverage of the event. They said, this is one sentence. It says, other speakers for Wednesday's rally included a who's who's roster of conservative icons. Talk show hosts Mark Levin and Glenn Beck, former vice presidential candidate Sarah Palin, and Duck Dynasty star Phil Robertson. I thought it was interesting that Levin and Glenn Beck got billing ahead of Sarah Palin, according to CNN. So I'm wondering, do you think that Palin's luster has diminished these days?
Well, one, you're reading CNN, so they're never going to report anything correct. And two, Sarah Palin was invited, I think on Monday night, Sarah Palin was added on.
She was a late addition? I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
She was added on Monday.
Okay, so fairly late in the game then.
Yeah, so everybody else was invited, and then they put Sarah Palin last minute. She was like the last minute invite, and she got in.
Okay, Mona, can you describe the mood of the people there? Was it angry? Was it a happy crowd? Was it a determined crowd? How would you describe the mood of everybody there that wasn't a celebrity? Were they genuinely there for the cause, or were they there for the spectacle?
Well, basically, Trump won the day just by appearing. The minute that somebody said Donald here or Trump, everybody went crazy. So he generated the most excitement from the Tea Party movement. A lot of people came to support, the thing. When it came to certain parts of the speeches that everybody was talking about, such as our 4 hostages that we can't even negotiate, or we're giving, we're sponsoring terrorism, things like that, it got a lot of boos. I'm surprised with Sarah Palin. Nobody's talking about some. I think some guy was trying to attack her. I have it on video. I just wish I had Wi-Fi so I could upload the video and send it to you guys. But it should be up on my Facebook tomorrow. But somebody tried to go after her. It was really scary.
Expand on that for us, Mona. Because I certainly haven't heard about that. Was it someone who was in opposition of the Iran nuclear deal, or was it someone who just has political opposition to Palin in general? Describe that exchange for us.
Well, from watching my video of that thing, it was somebody that hated Sarah Palin because he kept screaming "That's my daughter, that's my daughter." I had no idea what he was saying. So it was nothing about the Iran rally. It was something off base.
Wow, that might be breaking news here. I mean, was Sarah Palin accosted at the Stop Iran rally? I'm interested to see that video. Mona, can we put that up on Behind Enemy Lines website?
Yeah, let me just have Wi-Fi when I get home. I should be home by 1:30. And
okay, we'll get it up for everybody to see.
Yeah, folks,
we'll definitely get it up for everybody to see. We'll
today.
Mona.
Yeah,
it may well be. So listen. I mean, you're on the bus heading back now. I can't. First of all, the trip alone, just an 8-hour trip, round trip. And then, going to the rally, standing out in the sun and covering all this. Well, you were living up to your Twitter handle at Political Crazy.
Well, I didn't stand. You know me. I always find a way to get what I want, and I sat down the whole time. On my way to DC,
yes.
I fell asleep because I took the early morning bus, and I'm not like a normal person. I don't wake up early in the morning. I actually go to sleep early in the morning. And right now I'm just trying to work without Wi-Fi.
Right, and now as you're processing all this, what do you think is going to be the morning news takeaway of the rally? Are they going to try to make this to be just another angry Tea Party rally, or are they actually going to take this seriously, and are people going to take it to be a real issue that is going to really be one of the primary issues as we head into 2016, the safety of our national security?
Well, I don't know if you guys know about today, the House was voting on the bill, and they postponed it. So, tomorrow on Friday is going to be a big thing about it, because I think the Republicans are trying to revoke the secret side agreement, and they're trying to say it goes against the law. So there's going to be a lot of conflict with the House talking about that.
Oh, well, there you go. So we'll see what happens, during the week here. Amanda, I'm going to let you get the last question, then we got to let Mona go.
No, it's okay. You can keep me. What was I saying? And then next week is the debate, and then the Senate comes back on Thursday, and they have to vote on that. So supposedly there's 42 Democrats that are supporting it, so they have the votes that won't get the filibuster or won't veto it. So we should see what happens within the next week.
It's going to be an interesting end of the week, and then we have the debate coming up as well.
Next Wednesday.
Right. Yes, and we're up against it. I don't even know what we're going to do with the show that week. I got to figure that out. But Mona, did any candidate, either Trump or Cruz, do anything that would be a game changer that will shift the polls in any way going into the last reporting period here?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if there's any more polls coming out from now until I don't know, till tomorrow. I don't know if there's another poll coming out, but CNN is about to calculate it, and they're about to release, the top 10. And they're changing the rules now because of, that big controversy with Carly Fiorina. saying that that's not right, that, like, how you're calculating polls from before the first debate. And, you know, after the first debate,